Nithyananda everyone, this is Prasiddha. Welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to share about why I decided to leave school and continue my education non-conventionally in India. So I was going to school in Los Angeles, California in the US. I was going to school at University of Southern California, which is one of the top universities in the entire nation and one of the most expensive. And I was there studying nonprofit work, studying environmental work, and this was my passion. Growing up my whole life, I always thought I would be working in this industry and in this field, and basically furthering the betterment of the planet was my passion. And I was studying this in University of Southern California, and I actually only had 1 year left. Only 1 year left before I got my degree from a very prestigious university, and I decided to up and move to India. And so I wanted to explain why I decided to make this decision. I basically got to a point in my life where I was living at school, right, in my apartment and going to my classes, and then whenever there would be a break, like summer, winter, or sometimes even not a break, I would just get up and go to India to visit my guru in his home in Bidadi in South India. And so I would be going back and forth to all of these programs, and what really got this going for me was a program called Inner Awakening. And Inner Awakening is a 21-day, now actually 25-day yoga and meditation program, spiritual program, which is, even those words don't do it justice, but I basically experienced this program for the first time in May of 2015. And I started going back and forth from home. In any chance I could get, I would start going to these programs when I could get a chance, when I could get time off of school. And I got to a point in my spiritual seeking, in my spiritual journey, where I realized I would get so much more learning, so much more depth of knowledge, so much more clicks, breakthroughs, transformational information for my life in India from my guru Paramahamsa Nithyananda than I would in the classroom. And not only was it spiritual information that applied to my spiritual growth or conscious growth, but everything he has taught me was changing my life in every aspect, including financially, including with what I wanted to do with my career and my life, including in my relationships. So for me, I realized there's a depth of knowledge here. There's an experiential learning I'm getting here in India that I'm not getting in even one of the top universities in the US. And when I would sit in the classroom back home, I would be in really, comparatively to other schools, amazing classes with amazing professors who are, they're experts in the field. They're the professors who wrote the textbooks. This is who was teaching me. And even there, it wasn't that I didn't have a gratitude for that, but I had experienced something even beyond that, and that is learning from an enlightened master, learning from an incarnation in person. And to say that, a class on psychology could compare to a class on completion or the yogic techniques to transform your mental patterns and all of these things, which I've been learning in India from Paramahamsa Nithyananda, it can't even be compared. And so I got to a point where I realized I have a choice now. Do I finish my education in the US like all, my friends and family are telling me, you're crazy not to just get this degree, it means so much. But see, in the matrix, in the outer world, it does mean so much. It carries so much weight to a certain extent, but it's not real. None of that is real, because now everybody has college degrees. Everybody goes to school in the US and it doesn't even mean much anymore. And to say that I basically was at a point where I knew I have so much confidence in myself and so much spiritual knowledge that has formed powerful cognitions in me that I've learned from my guru, that I know I don't need this degree, I don't need this piece of paper to make me successful. I know that I can be successful in anything and everything simply because of my spirituality. I have such powerful cognitions and beliefs about myself now instilled in me that I'm not just a human being, that I'm not just a normal person, that I am extremely powerful, that ultimately I'm the creator of my reality. And with this knowledge going forward, I have seen just in a few years how much I can create. I can literally manifest anything I want in my life, including thousands and thousands of dollars, which I have manifested out of thin air into my bank account, jobs that I've wanted just happening for me instantly, relationships that I wanted happening instantly, being in a beautiful, powerful space, you know, and the list goes on. And so I decided, instead of just going back and forth from program to program and back home, why would I keep going back to Los Angeles? Why would I keep putting myself in a space where my learning, it's like, I like to use this analogy. It was like I was learning from a picture book, a children's book. And then in India with Paramahamsa Nithyananda, I'm learning from, you know, the most ancient encyclopedia of the world, of world history. And one is a 1,000-page book and one is a 10-page book with pictures. How could I say that I'm going to gain more or stay in that space where I'm just reading a picture book when I know that other encyclopedia exists? When I know that I've seen that, I've read it, I've experienced it, I've just touched the surface, and that is there, that's out there, how could I just sit there with my picture book, all complacent, you know? How could I sit there in that ignorant space? And so for me, I know that a lot of people in my life didn't understand why I would leave, in their minds, such a prestigious university. What a, you know, bad business model to follow. Why would I do this? But I know without a shadow of a doubt, it was the best decision, not only for my spiritual growth, but for my success in life, to move here, because I was tired of just going back and forth and only sampling this knowledge, which is the knowledge, the most ancient knowledge on planet Earth, the knowledge from the Vedas and the Agamas of Hinduism, the knowledge of ancient India, from enlightened civilizations. And this knowledge is more than anything else you could possibly find in any type of classroom or textbook in the US or really anywhere else. And so I up and moved here, and now I get to experience this as my learning. This is my experiential learning. And why I love it so much is that I get to experience everything I'm learning firsthand. I get to experience it hands-on now. All of these concepts aren't concepts to me anymore, they're my experience. And I'm forever, forever grateful for that first experience I had, which was Inner Awakening program, because it opened my eyes to the realm of possibility which exists for humanity, which exists for me. And that I don't have to live this one conventional path. See, I always felt inside me that I couldn't just be sitting in some office my whole life, sitting from a 9-to-5 job, but I didn't know how that would play out. How would I be different? How would I live a different life? And I found it here, and I found more than I ever thought could be possible. So I just wanted to share why I decided to leave, you know, a top university in the United States right before I graduated, and came here instead, because I can say without a doubt this is the best decision I could ever make for my success in every aspect. And I would just so highly recommend to any of you, whether it's a spiritual seeking you're after, whether it's a success in business or relationships, money, wealth completion, anything, healing, the best thing you can do for your life is come into this space, this energy field. And the next opportunity to do so is, one, Yogitva program, which is happening in only 9 or 10 days now, which is a week-long yoga program you can experience here. And I'll put the link below also for you guys to register. And ultimately, the biggest program, which is happening, which every year happens in December, is Mahasarashivoham. And it's going to be an incredible opportunity for you guys to experience all the different dimensions of reality, what reality truly is, the different states of consciousness, experiences of enlightenment, of intense yoga, of all of these yogic sciences, of experiencing supernatural powers, things that we consider supernatural but are actually accessible to human beings. And so much more is happening, and I will be here. Now that I live here, this is my home, and I just invite all of you guys to come experience this for yourselves and transform your life into exactly what you have been looking for inside of you probably since you were born. The questions you have been seeking the answers for, they're here. The answers are here, and I can really say you will personally experience what those answers are for you. No one needs to tell you, but you'll experience the answers here. So I'll put all of the links for these programs below, guys, in the description. And please personally reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. I'll get back to you guys in the comments. And thank you guys so much for listening to my story, and I'll see you all soon. Nithyananda!